Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've been able to do a video. I have missed putting out videos and interacting with you all. Unfortunately, the last few weeks have just been so intense. In summary, I've had work, so I've been super busy at work, trying to finish before maternity leave. And then on top of that, I've had like uni deadlines, so that's been like taking up all my free time. Obviously, the usual responsibilities of motherhood and being a wife and all of that jazz. And then on top of that, my health hasn't been great, like pregnancy related, and also my daughter's health hasn't been great. So the last couple of weeks have been so intense. Well, last few weeks have been really intense, but things are doing much better now. I'm doing great. The whole family's doing great. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back here. I hope you've all been good. I hope you've all been well. Message me in the comments, and as usual, please, if you're watching this video, support me. Please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone that's done so already so far. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me to have all your support. And, just to see people watching my videos and that, the time I'm spending creating these videos is not in vain. It just means so much. So yeah, I've got a lot of exciting things in store, especially now that I've got way more time on my hands. I'm still really busy, but I've got a lot more time on my hands. So I've got so many exciting things coming up, so can't wait to share with you all. But yeah, let's get into today's video. So today's video, I wanted to do a video. I did do a poll on Instagram just for ideas about video suggestions, and one of the things someone asked me to do was talk about what's going into my hospital bag this time around, because as you probably know if you've watched my other videos, I'm currently pregnant. I've only got just over 6 weeks left before the baby comes, so almost there, guys. So yeah, it's time to really get serious about my hospital bag. So I've bought almost everything. I haven't really had time to think about what I might be missing, so we'll figure that out today together in this video, because what I'm going to show you is like my plan and talk you through what my plan is for my hospital bag. And I think especially because this is my second pregnancy, so I remember last time, I can't remember how, it was probably around the same time that I packed my bag, but I feel like some of the things I packed were just not sufficient enough, because I just didn't really know what to expect. Whereas I'm hoping this time I'm going to be a bit more prepared. I was fortunate last time, even though I had a C-section, I wasn't in the hospital for very long. I think I gave birth on like a Tuesday morning, and I was home by Wednesday, to be honest, or possibly Thursday. I think I was home by Wednesday, if I'm honest. I think I was only there one night, because I was like literally like, get me out of there. And it was in the middle of COVID, so I think the doctors and everything were a bit more like, okay, if this person can go home, let's send them home. And I hated being in the hospital because it was so isolating. I was a new mum, just had major surgery, and then trying to look after a newborn on my own, it was very overwhelming. Whereas I felt like at home I had more support. So yeah, I know sometimes people have C-sections and then they're in hospital for quite a few days. So you kind of need to plan your hospital bag around that as well, like how long you may stay, and just, I think, have a bit of a contingency so that if you are staying longer, even if you don't pack everything with you, because you can't pack everything, at least you have, some stuff at home that someone can quickly grab easily for you. So I haven't sorted that out yet, but I'm going to. So let me get into it in terms of what I've got. So I'm going to start off by showing you my plans. Last time I had one suitcase, which was actually this same suitcase here. It's a hospital bag, but I pack a hospital suitcase because it's just easier to roll around as well, than to pack a bag, because you do end up needing quite a lot of things. So I just think it's easier to have a little small mini travel, like, onboard suitcase. So this is what I packed last time as well. But this time around, I decided I'm going to pack a suitcase, but I'm also going to have, and that's going to be my things. And then I'm going to take a baby bag, which is going to be the baby's things. I don't know how practical that's going to be in the long run, but right now that's kind of what I'm thinking to do. The other difference being pregnant second time and having a child already is that obviously I have to make arrangements for my daughter. So I'm also going to pack a little bag for her, because she's obviously going to have to stay with someone whilst we're in the hospital. Because we're very likely to be in the hospital overnight. Like, that does happen, is very common. So, and she obviously can't stay at home by herself. So whoever she's staying with, which she's going to be staying with family, they'll need a little like overnight bag for her, or a couple of nights. So gonna do that as well, but I haven't started packing that. But that one's easy because it doesn't really require me to buy any new things. I just need to put her things together basically. Although I may need to buy another little bag to take for her to take. So yeah, so that's basically my plan, and I'm just going to show you what's going into this bag, suitcase rather, and what's going into this baby bag. This is a really nice baby bag that I got from John Lewis as a gift last time when I was having my daughter, and it was generally my baby bag until probably my daughter was 1, and then I just stopped using such a big bag because I didn't need to carry so many things around. But I just thought it'd be quite helpful to separate things, because sometimes when you're in the hospital and you're trying to look for your stuff and then you're trying to look for baby stuff, it's, yeah, so I think it should be okay. I don't think it should be too much, you know what I mean? Right, so let me go through the stuff. So let me start off with baby things. So this is what I have so far. I may get some other stuff. In terms of how to know how to pack your hospital bag, I would definitely say watch some YouTube videos. That's what I did the first time round. Watch some YouTube videos. There's loads of YouTube videos about what people are packing. Also on the NHS website, they have a list of things you should bring, which I found that really useful, and I used that as my guideline this time around. But also think about some of the other things that you might want to make you a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, those are the main things I'll suggest. Obviously a lot of key baby websites as well will probably have a list of some kind that you can reference. So there's loads of information online, so it's not something to worry about at all. And in terms of timing, I think you don't want to pack your bag too early. So I wouldn't pack my bag at like 20 weeks, for example, because I just think, is there any point? But at the same time, you don't want to pack too late. So I still think I'm packing a bit late. I think 30 weeks is probably a good time, because you never know when you're going to have preterm labour. Obviously, it's not what we wish for, but you never know when that's going to happen. And definitely if you're having multiples, you should definitely pack your bag earlier, because people do go into labour early with multiples. So, you know, but I've heard of so many stories of people that I know personally who have gone into preterm labour before they expected. So I think it's good to have that packed already, because you just don't want to be anxious worrying about, oh my days, I have to go to hospital, but I have nothing. Even if you don't have everything, at least start getting things together, because sometimes often you do have to buy new things, and it does take time to pull everything together. It's not like you go to one shop and buy everything. You sometimes have to go to different shops or different online stores to get everything that you need. So I would definitely say 30 weeks is probably a good time, but that's just my personal opinion. I did start getting everything together from around that time, but I just didn't have a time to finish like solidifying it. So that's kind of been my focus this week, and next week I hope to have absolutely everything and just have the bag ready, put it in a prime location in the house. I'll probably leave it in a living room so that if we do need to go to the hospital, the bag is good, ready to go, and we're out of here. So let me start with the baby things. So I bought a blanket for the baby. Last time I bought a blanket and didn't really use it, because the hospital, they provide their own blankets that they wrap the baby in, and I just used those blankets. But I decided to still get a blanket because I need one anyway for the baby. And also I think like when you're taking them home in the car, you will want to kind of put a little blanket on them. I know it's summer, I'm having a summer baby, but I still think they're newborns, that they kind of need to be kept quite well, like quite warm, and quite comfortable. So I've got a little nice blanket here that is going in this bag. I'm going to put it in now, but this isn't how I'm going to organise this all better later. I also bought a towel. The towel is quite unnecessary because I don't intend to bath the baby in the hospital. I didn't last time. I didn't bath Chanel until she came home. But like I said, I was only in the hospital overnight. So, you know, I still think you never know. Like, you could end up being in the hospital longer with baby, and you might decide that you want to bath the baby in hospital. It's not my preference because I won't have a bath and it's not a home environment. And I don't think they really need a bath that first day. Like a wipe down is okay, but I think it's helpful to just have it in case. And what I like about this is it also comes with like a muslin, and it comes with like a flannel. So even if you don't use the towel itself, there's other things there that will be quite helpful with a newborn. So that's there. Then the other thing I've got for the baby is just a couple of like onesies for baby. So I've got 2. I may have one more. I may get one more just in case I'm there a bit longer, or you know, with newborns and babies, they spit up. I mean, I'm trying to remember. To be fair, I remember when my daughter was born, she just mainly slept in the hospital. They sleep a lot, so they're not awake that much. So she probably, and they don't eat that much either. They just have, if you're breastfeeding, then it's just going to be the colostrum, which is practically nothing. It's something in terms of like packed with nutrients, but in terms of quantity, it's not a lot. So it's not like they're spitting up and stuff. And then in terms of like changing them and things like that, you know, I think it's good to it's better to have more than less, basically. It's better not to be running around. So I've got 2 onesies at the moment, and I have got some vests that I've bought. I don't have them here, but they're upstairs in the nursery. So I will put the vests in as well. A couple of vests to put underneath. That's quite important. I feel like last time I forgot to buy vests. And yeah, they just need it. They just need to be a bit warm. Obviously, you don't want babies overheating, but they do need to be a bit warm when they're newborn. I remember last time when I gave birth to my daughter and I was doing skin to skin and stuff, and at one point the midwives came into the room and they were like, baby's getting a bit cold, you need to put her on your skin, like you need to put her on your chest. So I think those first couple of days, regulating the baby's temperature is so crucial. So I do think it's better to keep them a little bit warm, obviously not over the top, but you'll get that guidance from the hospital and from the midwives, and you'll get that support. So what else have I got for baby? I don't have loads for baby really, because you know I don't plan to bottle feed in the hospital. I plan to do that when I get home, so I've got all my bottles and stuff. I don't have any formula yet, but I will buy formula. Last time I used Aptamil. Gosh, I can't remember. I'm going to try and find it and put in the description box the formula that I used for Chanel. So I'm going to use the same formula. It is quite a pricey formula, I would say. It's one of the more expensive ones. But for me personally, it worked really well for Chanel and it came quite highly recommended. And I really didn't have any issues with it. So, you know, if something ain't broken, why fix it? So that's what I'm going to do. I bought a pack of nappies. Last time I didn't actually buy my own nappies to take to the hospital because generally they give new mums like bounty packs. If you've had a baby before, you might know what I mean. And the bounty packs will just have little miniature things. It has nappies in there, it has loads of little things in there. And last time I got loads of bounty packs, so I kind of didn't need to buy a hospital thing. But this time around, I can pick up bounty packs from the hospital. I just haven't yet, and I'll probably only take one. So I just decided to just buy some nappies. These are As the Little Angels. I'll be honest with you, I don't like them. I don't like this brand of nappy. I use them for my daughter at the moment, Chanel. The only reason why I'm still using it, if I'm honest, and why I'm going to use it for the baby is convenience, because the last couple of months I've been struggling with getting out to the shops to do shopping. So I generally do online shopping and I do it from Asda, and this is what they have. I much prefer the Mamma Mia brand. I actually prefer it more than Pampers, even though Pampers is expensive. I will buy Pampers if that's what's available, but generally I actually prefer the Mamma Mia brand. It's much cheaper, but it's also really good quality, and that's from Aldi. But that's where I used to do my shopping, but I don't anymore. I do it in Asda online. So yeah, I just thought, let me buy this. It doesn't really matter that much because the baby's unlikely to do much in the nappy anyway. So I bought size 0, which is 1 to 2.5 kg, 2 to 5 pounds. It's pretty small, but I do have some size 1 nappies as well that I will take with me. Because what I found last time is I had size 1 nappies with me, which is a little bit bigger. But then my daughter was really small, so the nappies were too big. I mean, I made it work, but this time around I was like, let me get size 0, because in the hospital I had to use 1, but when we got home we started buying 0 until she, you know, could get into a 1. So I've got both, so I'll bring both. So if baby comes a bit small, I do think that this baby's going to be bigger than Chanel was, because Chanel was quite a small baby. And this baby's already, based on their measurements, is already measuring bigger than Chanel was at this point. However, you just never really know. Because I remember with Chanel, they told me how much I had a growth scan a couple of weeks before she was born. And the amount she weighed then is the same amount she weighed when she was born. And I don't believe that she didn't grow at all in those last few weeks. I just think that they probably miscalculated the measurements, because obviously it's not an exact science, is it? So yeah, anyway, I digress. Nappies handy to have. I probably won't take the whole pack because of space. I will take some out and just pop them in there and leave the rest for home. But yeah, I would say, you know, take a reasonable amount. Maybe, I don't even know, guys. I'll have a think about it. So that's most of the baby stuff, really. Is there anything else I'm bringing for baby stuff? Like I said, vests. I'll probably bring like pseudo cream for nappy changes or something like that. Yeah, that's the main thing really for baby. So next up, my stuff. So let me start with toiletries. So very important, because obviously if you're in the hospital for longer than a night, you know, if I do get to have a natural birth, God willing, then I might be in and out, might be able to go home same day, but you may still want a shower. You just don't know. So I bought some toiletries. I've got a little bag to put them in. So toothbrush, nothing fancy, guys, just some travel stuff. So travel toothpaste, travel mouthwash, just a little Nivea travel cream, a little bath scrub, and some face cloths, and this is a body wash, little mini body wash, a little mini deodorant, and that's it basically. So that's all going to go in there and put back. So that's my toiletries done. I'm not one to wear makeup, to bother with makeup in the hospital. I'm not going to bother to take any makeup. I'm just going to, you know, have a fresh face. The only thing I may bring and add to this is I probably will bring one of my like face creams, because I don't like to use the same moisturizer for my body and my face. So I probably will bring a face moisturizer with me, and I'll pack that sort of last minute because I use that every day. So I'll probably pack that, you know, like maybe the day before or something. Or I do have a mini one that I can take with me. So I might pack that. So that's toiletries. Then I've got a towel. I bought a new towel. I'm just going to take one because I'm hoping not to be there longer than a day or a night or whatever. And I don't mind reusing my towel like a second night or whatever if I need to. So that's not a problem. I bought some slippers. So my plan initially was to buy like a flip-flops for like the bathroom, because I remember last time using the public bathrooms and like on the maternity ward, and I'm just not into public facilities like that. Obviously you don't have a choice, you have to have a shower, but I would never want to step in there barefoot, and I had slippers that time as well. So yeah, I was going to do that and also get fluffy slippers, but then I thought, oh, fluffy slippers, it's hot, you know, and you do feel quite overheated in labour. So I thought, why not just get these sliders that will kind of do both things, so I can use them when I'm in labour, but I can equally use them after when I need to get in the bathroom, rather than getting two slippers. So I just got these really chunky sliders. They're pretty comfortable. They should do the job. I forgot to say at the beginning of this video, I will put it in the description box. All the guys that watch my videos, if there are any guys out there, just going to say this is a TMI video, as in too much information. Yeah, don't bother watching if you're not interested in finding out about the nitty gritty of giving birth, okay? Because it is real. So this is the nitty gritty bit that most guys don't want to know about. Important. I'm hoping that this is going to be a good enough one, but I basically bought some pads because, you know, when you're pregnant, you don't have any periods, you forget all about pads, you don't bother. But once you have a baby, you will be bleeding for a period of time, and it can be quite heavy bleeding. I found my bleeding to be, especially in the initial days, almost heavier than a period bleed. So you need something thick, you need something, not one light thing for you, yeah? And I don't think a tampon will do it either, but I would say do your own research into that. Personally, for me, this is what will work. This is a very secure, long, thick, absorbent pad, sanitary towel. Very important, don't forget that. The other thing I bought, whilst we're a bit of that, in that vein of thoughts, and I did, this is something I messed up on last time. So people did tell me, bring your granny knickers, your big knickers for when you give birth. So I went and bought some knickers, as you do, but the mistake I made was they were like just normal knickers. So they were, you know, full coverage knickers, but they laid just low like most knickers do, right? But I would strongly recommend to anyone, and this is what I'm doing this time, buy high waist knickers, okay? Because firstly, you could end up with a C-section. No one can predict that, right? And if you have a C-section and you've just been cut down there, having anything on that area is going to be highly irritating. So don't do it to yourself. I went through that and it was horrible. And it also can kind of leave you at risk as well. Do you know what I mean? If you're constantly rubbing there, so uncomfortable, you just had surgery, it's not great. I had to quickly get someone to rush out and buy me some knickers. So thankfully, Primark have these really great seam-free over-the-bump briefs for maternity. And it says parenthood actually, so it's not specifically maternity, but they are over the bump, so they're obviously maternity. But what I like is, because you have to remember, once you give birth, you're still going to have a bump. Your belly's not going to be flat overnight. So personally, I think these are perfect. They're high-waisted, they're seam-free, they're soft, they're comfortable, but they're also quite firm to stick things in. So I personally think this is a great shout. They're only £6 for 2. So I bought 2 packs. And yeah, so that will be going in my hospital bag because I can't come and suffer, okay? I can't come and suffer. There'll be times in the future to be glamorous. Right now, it's not about glamour, it's about survival. And the other thing I got as well is some people bring nipple cream with them for if they're breastfeeding. I personally probably won't, because I think those first couple of breastfeeds, it probably won't affect my nipples, if that makes sense. So I can do that at home, but I may bring it, we'll see. I think I do have some, but this is quite important. Breast pads if you're leaking and things like that. So I just bought these from Asda, 40 breast pads, disposable, simple, easy, sorted. The next thing is some, you know, nighties. I was trying to find some really comfortable sort of granny nighties, but I just kept finding things that were just, you know, a little bit like very nice, which, well, I think this is nice considering what I'm using it for. So in the end, because I really needed something that will make it easy to breastfeed, you know, that's something to consider. You don't want something that's going to make it hard for you to breastfeed. So yeah, I might still look around and see if I can find anything better, but for now, this is what I have. Just a simple, long, you know, it's a little bit bigger than my size. What size is this? This is a 12 to 14, so typically I'm a 12, but yeah, I like to be comfortable in these situations. So, and I would say in pregnancy, 12 to 14 is better for me anyway, because I just don't want to be feeling tight and squeezed. So yeah, I bought this. It's very long, which is comfortable, and it's just slip on, which is nice, because I think, you know, once again, once you've just given birth, you just want things to be comfortable and easy. You don't want to be fighting with your clothes, you know what I mean? Like, you just want something that's going to feel soft, feel comfortable, and just be easy. So that's, yeah. And then for giving birth itself, so for labour, you have to bring a couple of outfits as well, and obviously to change and stuff. So my labour outfit, obviously you don't know what you'll be wearing on the day that you go into the hospital. But I think for me, if I do have time to change, and I may change into one of these outfits, or when you get to the hospital, if your labour's a bit long and you're not like full in active labour by the time you get to the hospital, you can change. So first thing is, if you followed me on Instagram and you saw my stories when I was buying this, you'll see that I got this t-shirt, and I love it because it says you got this. And I will do another video about preparing for giving birth. I will do one, and how I've been feeling. And let's just put it this way, I've been feeling nervous. So I think you got this is such, I feel like if I'm wearing this t-shirt and I can look at it, it's like going to be a nice reminder that patience, you can do this. Like, you can really do this. I know it might sound strange, obviously, because I've given birth before, but like I said, I did have a C-section, and yeah, so it puts me in a complicated place, and I'll talk about it more in another video because it's just a whole nother topic. But yeah, I feel like just having something inspirational will be nice. I also think, you know, aside from like your clothes and stuff, like bring your magazines. I would say bring snacks, but I'm not sure if that's important, because you could just get someone to grab you some snacks on the day, and sometimes you can't eat in labour. Like, I couldn't eat in my labour, so there would be no point bringing snacks. So I'm not sure that's important, but each to their own. But I definitely think like bring like your iPad maybe, or if you've got your phone, download some nice motivational stuff, especially if you're hoping to have a natural birth, things that are just going to make you relax. Not natural, vaginal birth. Things that are going to make you relax, things that are going to make you at ease, things that are going to make you feel powerful and strong. I think that's important. Then I also just bought this plain t-shirt. These are the kind of things I wore for Labour last time and it was perfect. It's light, it's airy. I was very overheated last time. I am going to buy a little fan on Amazon as well. I do have one, but I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in the loft, so I'm going to buy a fan as well. So I've got this t-shirt and then my go-to leggings. I love a legging. I'm wearing one now. It's just convenient. Let me tell you, I really admire all these people doing pregnancy fashion. Don't get me wrong, I've had my days where I've dressed up, but for the most part, I can't do pregnancy fashion. I just like to keep my head down and wear what is comfortable. So that's just me, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, I've got some like I said, bigger size. Whoa, this is quite big. This is a 14 to 16. It may be too big, but to be honest, I like it. I prefer it to be big than tight. So even though I'm a size 12, this is like 2 sizes up, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'll try it on and make sure it fits and it's not too baggy. But with leggings, I find that even if you wear a couple of sizes up, it still kind of goes, so it's fine. And I still that than feeling uncomfortable. Because the thing is, obviously on a normal day, size 12 leggings, even size 10 leggings is perfect. But when you're pregnant, like for me personally, I just want to be comfortable. So yeah, I just bought another black pair. I already have about 10 black pairs of leggings, but personally, I feel like I can't have too many at this time in my life. So that's kind of it, guys. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I do have another nightie there, but I bought a wrong size, so I'm not going to show you because I think I want to give that away because I bought the wrong size. It was too big. But yeah, that's basically what's in my hospital bag. And yeah, I'm going to add a few more little bits next week, like I said, that I mentioned already. And I'm going to go through the list on the NHS website, make sure I haven't missed anything, and watch a couple of videos. And yeah, just get ready to give birth. I'm so excited, guys. I'm really excited. Nervous, anxious, but excited to become a mum of 2. I can't wait to meet my little baby girl. And I think because I already have a girl, like I just see her growing and see her running around. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have another one of these. It's so emotional in a good way. So I'm super, super excited. And I'm so glad you guys can follow me on this journey. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your patience. I will be more consistent now. That is, I can assure you of that. You will see more of me on here on a consistent basis. So yeah, until my next video, remember to subscribe. Remember to like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, then I'm very sorry. Tell me what you'd like to see next time. But if you do like it, like the video, subscribe, share it on your socials, follow me on Instagram, follow me on socials, and yeah, let's connect, let's talk, let's chat. So yeah, all right. Thanks for watching my video. Bye, everyone. Bye.